We reviewed the Grammy political bullshit, so you guys didn't have to watch it live.
You're welcome.
Chrissy, did you watch the Grammys at all yesterday?
No, was it yesterday?
Last night. Yeah.
What are the irrelevants up to now? I say that as an irrelevant myself.
At the end of the day, aren't we all just irrelevant? Right? Blabs, did you watch the Grammys? This seems like something you'd be interested in. Oh, no. No? Okay. Well, it happened last night, and it was more or less, I'm guessing, 3 hours long? 3 hours presentation or something, I guess. 3 hours of just constant beat you over the head with no ice. That was the whole idea here. As Bad Bunny was apparently the guy who won like Album of the Year or something, which Grammys is a musical award show, right? I think that's right.
Yes.
Homer Simpson won one in the early 90s, and then he threw it in the trash, which says a lot about that. I remember that episode of The Simpsons. But Bad Bunny makes Grammy history as stars protest against ICE here. We're not going to watch. I also think it's kind of funny that the must-see moments from the Grammys is 1 minute and 6 seconds long. I find there immense irony right there with that. But Bad Bunny has become the first Latin artist to win the Album of the Year, blah, 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 blah. He got up on stage, and I don't want to play it because we're probably going to get flagged for something for using it. But he dedicated the award to immigrants, quote, who leave their homeland and their country to follow their dreams.
Yeah, stealing all the money from this country. That's some dream.
I have such a hard time trying to figure out why it's so hard to put the word illegal in front of it. Because really that's where a lot of this comes from, right?
Stupid leftists go, no human is illegal. And it's like, okay, but you coming over here is breaking the law and not going through the right channels. And it pisses off all the people who did it the right way.
Right. And I think that's the most legal immigrants. They are the ones who are most pissed about all this. We've seen this talked about quite a bit from people who are legal immigrants. They say, man, dude, like I had to wait 8 freaking years to do this right. And they're the ones who are pissed the most.
The most upset about it are the ones who like, it really doesn't affect their life at all. It's like these grandstanding coastal elites. And it's just like, they're not living in this world where they have to deal with the illegals. They're not like, they're not walking around New York City seeing them stay at hotels. They're very much insulated from having to deal with any of these problems.
Well, there's 100% truth in that. And we're going to get to the idea of these people living on coastal elites here in just a second, as Bad Bunny was not the only person to speak about this. But interesting. I thought this was actually very interesting here. And there's a lot of things tied to this. So the Grammys was last night. Bad Bunny is also performing at halftime of the Super Bowl next week. And Phoenix, I'm sure you can speak a little bit to this. This guy says, if you don't think he was given this in some deal between the NFL and the Grammys to drive viewership for the Super Bowl halftime show, you don't know how shitty entertainment business works right here. Phoenix, you got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was from Anthony Cumia there. Shout out to Anthony. Yeah, it's that's really not beyond the realm of possibilities. A lot of times these things are all in sync with PR and the direction of where we need to get things. I'd be curious to see who is hosting the Super Bowl. Is it whoever was doing the Grammys? Same network? Because that would not be shocking either.
Let's see, what network is the Super Bowl on?
I can testify on that point. I used to work for the president of the International Emmys for 6 years, and this is a job I had where I got fired from right before. Well, during the pandemic, I got fired because I wouldn't get vaccinated, and but he wanted to fire me before that anyway for January 6th. The point is, I saw the inner workings of who gets awards and why. And it was the year, I don't know if you guys remember the year that Andrew Cuomo got an Emmy for his like amazing job during the pandemic for his like broadcasts. Like that was entertainment or something. And I said to my boss, I was like, dude, you know who you should give the Emmy to, who has created a live entertainment? The president and CEO of Zoom, because how many shows are using Zoom? All the late night shows are using Zoom. I'm like, he should get the Emmy. And he was like, nobody knows who that is. And I was like, oh, it's a circle jerk. Got it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, there's definitely truth to that. By the way, the Super Bowl is on NBC and Peacock, but who is obviously a big NFL partner. But CBS also, which is the Grammys were on CBS last night. The CBS also, like all the networks are massive NFL partners. They all have games with the NFL, and they all spend literal billions of dollars. So, yeah, there's definitely something to that idea. But you mentioned the coastal elites last night. There was also, Billie Eilish. She was on stage, and she wanted to let you know that there's no illegal human because we're all on stolen land, right?
Oh,
That's kind of the phrase that you've seen, which I'm going to play this really fast. This is from Drew Pavlo over on X. He said, exciting news. I've decided to move to Billie Eilish's $6 million Malibu mansion because no human being is illegal on stolen land. Here is the clip of this.
Damn.
We've got the Billie Eilish in the background.
Big
here.
news, everybody. I've decided today to move into Billie Eilish's $6 million Malibu beachside mansion. She announced today at the Grammys that no human being is illegal on stolen land.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
So I'm going to be making the trip to America. I'm packing my bags right away. I
love this.
$6 million Malibu mansion.
I'm with you. I think we should coordinate with this guy, and everybody should just show up and see how quickly we get booted.
I would love to be a squatter over there. That looks beautiful.
Oh my God. It's so good. So good. If this guy actually follows through with it, my God, this would be spectacular. I'm sure it's just a social
viral.
Yeah.
Mention no human being is illegal. So I want to thank everybody who's believed in me on this journey. I really can't wait to move in. It's now my house. I want to thank Billie Eilish as well for her generosity. Thank you so much.
That's excellent. Kata, friend of the show over here, posted over this, said by a millionaire who lives on stolen land in a room full of people who benefit from slave labor.
All these people are hypocrites the minute if they've ever locked a door. Then you're already a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Done.
Or had security with them ever.
Right.
That's it.
And pointed out once again, by the way, somebody who worries about security, her own security here, by the way, just a quick little side note. Billie Eilish does have a restraining order against a man who illegally entered her home.
Uh-oh.
So just to kind of point that out, he tried to go in her home, but he is illegal apparently and needs a restraining order. But hey, whatever. No human is illegal. Also, just as a quick side note about the Grammys, they do require valid ID. They do require a name on the list, and they do have security checkpoints. But apparently borders are only bad when they protect non-elites over here. So
yeah, why didn't they let in a bunch of illegals to A, pad the audience, B, feed them food, and who knows, give them swag bags. They sure need them.
Oh my God, how great would that have been? Like instead of holding the Grammys every year, they just put all that money that would have gone towards the Grammys towards, I don't know, providing houses for all of these illegal immigrants that they want to help out because no human is illegal, so let's help them out. Or maybe just providing food or helping them cross the border. Or there's so many different other ways that they could have helped outside of putting on a Hollywood circle jerk award show.
Adopt a couple. Yeah, bring them into your house.
That's one of my favorite videos ever is the people walking around talking about, they go up to the houses that have the no stolen, no human is illegal if we're all in stolen land signs in their yard or something. And they go up to the house and they're like, with a clipboard, making it look all official. And they're like, do you want to sign this protest to make sure that all humans are illegal? And they're like, absolutely. And they're like, by the way, we have Juan and Rico over here. They just came over from Nicaragua and they need a place to stay. Can you help them out? They're like, well, and it's just putting that hypocrisy right in their face. It's great. Also found this from Damani Felder over on X. Says, I'm old enough to remember when a group of 50 illegals got shipped to Martha's Vineyard in 2022, and those rich white no human is illegal liberals wasted no time calling the authorities and getting every last one of them removed with zero due process in less than 48 hours.
That was so great.
One of the best, chess moves ever. I think was that done by Texas?
Was that DeSantis?
Yeah, was it DeSantis? I'm not quite sure, but it was either Texas or Florida. But
I think it was Texas.
whoever did it was great. I understand why these award shows happen, right? Because it's such a part of the system, right? We all understand that, and they're not just going to go away, right? Because there are the frauds, the moms who they love this stuff. They just nom 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 gobble it up. I think I saw like 15 million people watch this last night. Like, what? What are we doing? You know?
Why?
But I don't know. That's kind of where we're at. I saw this as well. This is hilarious because it's true. Grammy artist on stage and off stage here. This young lady with her, I don't really know what this is. I guess this is her award here that she has.
I just want to say thank you. And I also want to say ICE. Dude, where's security? How did they even get in? It's 2026 at the Grammys. Why is security not doing their job? I know, you're welcome. You're welcome. Aren't I so good? I cannot believe they let them in. Did they even have an invitation or show their ID at the door? What the f? You can't just let anybody into the Grammys. Just
Chrissy, I'm sure in your comedy career, you've met a lot of people who are one way on stage and totally different off stage.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Do you see this type of behavior quite a bit?
It's tricky to like. Yeah, I mean, other comedians can suss this out, but it's tough as a watcher of comedy to differentiate between like an onstage persona and an offstage personality. But I guess with Twitter, no, you can figure out who somebody is pretty quickly. Like I think of Whitney Cummings when she's just somebody who, like, very pretty, great career, but very fair weather. And I've learned like Andrew Schultz is kind of this way too recently, like just gonna go where the wind blows. Them like, oh, it's edgy, it's like it's in vogue now to sound kind of based. And like I just remember beginning of last year, I think she helped ring in New Year's last year. And she was talking about like, oh, who wears masks anymore? Like she was saying all stuff that we were all saying like in 2020. And I'm like, oh, but it's safe for her to say it now. She's literally risking nothing. And then I found a bunch of her old tweets, like everywhere she performed, you had to be vaccinated, you had to be masked up. Like fans of hers were like, I wasn't sure about getting vaccinated, but I really wanted to see Whitney Cummings. So I got vaccinated. And I'm like, this is horrible. And it's just what infuriates me is the handful of comedians who like put their asses on the line. Nobody really knows or cares about, but then somebody who's more of a household name can be like, oh, the vaccines don't work in like 2025, 2026. And everyone's like, yay, based. And you're like, what?
Well, and that's just it. They get brought in. Everyone goes, oh, look at Whitney Cummings. Oh, look at her. She's great. She's learned,
She's saying things that we say.
Right. We saw this as well. Billie Eilish logic here over on X says no one is illegal on stolen land. So you're giving back our stolen land over here? No, it means anyone can come here. We don't want more people on our stolen lands. Shut the fuck up, racist. It's just that's how that turns into that so quickly. Frank Stallone, Sylvester Stallone's brother. Like he's a pretty base dude. And by the way, I think there's a lot of closeted, based Hollywood folks out there, and I think that a lot of Sly Stallone is one of them. But he kind of went off on the whole thing. We saw this a few years ago when it came to Ricky Gervais talking about just get your award and get off stage. Thank your God, and then get out of here. But he went on a little rant when it comes to this as well. Good old Frankie Stallone.
Good afternoon, people. Well, they're at it again. Puke Springsteen, Jane Fonda, now Molly Ringwald, John Lizagamo, and Lady Gaga. It's really nice. You're on stage in another country and you're putting your own country down on stuff you know nothing about. These officers are out there doing their job, rounding up bad people. But the problem is, innocent, stupid people get involved and make it worse and get hurt. And unfortunately, some have been killed. Okay? If you weren't out there impeding these arrests, things wouldn't turn out like they have. And for Bruce Springsteen, the rate, well, this song, I heard it, it's horrific. It's horrible. I wish he would just retire. Puke Springsteen. And, you know,
you get what he's saying. Just the idea of people are just impeding, and that's what's getting them in trouble. It goes back to the classic fuck around, find out. You know, you go in a situation, you want to get in the way, and all of a sudden you end up dead. And people get upset about that. And it's funny because there's a local high school. And once again, I live in Texas. And actually, it apparently just happened about 30 minutes ago. There was a local high school that was going to have an ice walkout here. And what was interesting about this, word got wind about it. It got passed around social media over the weekend, and the parents were like, fuck this. This is not Minnesota, right? We are not in Minnesota. This shit ain't happening. And it turns out that this whole walkout was orchestrated. The idea of the walkout was orchestrated by a local political activist, you know? So it's not even a student. This is just some fucking 30-something-year-old dude looking to cause trouble, infiltrating high schools. And that's, you know, I don't know if it happened or not, or if it's still happening. Apparently it's like, you know, supposed to happen at like 11:30 Central Time.
And what high school kid is not going to be on board for walking out for any reason?
Right.
Well, they know that. And then they know they have the optics of seeing all these kids leaving schools. They have got all that nice montage to show that the youth is not behind this, etc. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Look how passionate about politics the youth is.
Right. And once again, like the idea of like kids are ruled by emotion. So you're going to have an emotional response, and they're fed this propaganda of, oh, look, they just killed this person for no reason. They're just out here shooting people in the streets. And like having to have that conversation with a 13, 14, 15-year-old kid, be like, listen, and by the way, they all think they know everything, right? Mm-hmm. So having this conversation, be like, listen, you really, truly don't know dog shit. Just want to point this out. Like that's a conversation you have to have, but it's being literally infiltrated right into the schools from these political folks who have been out of high school. They just had their 20-year anniversary, 20-year reunion, you know, and guess what? They weren't liked in high school either. So it's insane. Well, give it up for Frank Stallone. We also did have one little truth post from our president. Speaking of, I believe our president is joining us right now. Phoenix, would you like to read this post as Donald Trump?
Let's see here. The Grammy Awards are the worst, virtually unwatchable. CBS is lucky not to have this garbage litter their airwaves any longer. The host, Trevor Noah, hate that guy, whoever he may be, is almost as bad as Jimmy Kimmel. Bad man, hate him, maybe have touched diddled kids. At the low ratings Academy Awards, Noah said incorrectly about me that Donald Trump, fearless leader, and Bill Clinton spent time on Epstein Island. Wrong. I can't speak for Bill, but I have never been to Epstein Island nor anywhere close, and until tonight's false and defamatory statement have never been accused of being there, not even by the fake news media. Noah, a total loser, better get his facts straight and get them straight fast. It looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue this poor, pathetic, talentless dope of an MC. Sad when you think about it, very sad. And suing him for plenty of money. Ask little George Slopadopoulos and others how that all worked out. Also, ask CBS. Get ready, Noah. I'm going to have some fun with you. President DJT, love him.
I love this because if he doesn't do this, I mean, yes, it's great in and of itself, but if he doesn't do this, they're all going to do it. I mean, they probably already are all doing it. So it'll put a stop to some of it.
Well, keeping in mind that that wasn't it Jimmy Kimmel just this past week. I mean, we have our shirt over here talking about the shirt that Jimmy Kimmel had 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. The Donald Trump is a whatever shirt, you know, and we actually made a response shirt to that as well. The Jimmy Kimmel diddling kids shirt, which was totally fair use and security. So
just jokes.
We had a lot of people pick that up. Thank you guys very much for that.
Wait, where's this shirt?
It's over on SideStrollersMerch.com.
Let me look at it.
If you like to check it out, I'll pull it up and you can pick it up. It was originally going to be a one-day shirt, but people enjoyed it so much that we kept it up. So you can pick it up right here. Jimmy Kimmel is going to diddle kids.
Is gonna diddle kids, the future tense.
Yeah. Future tense, right? So you can pick that up right now over at sidescrollersmerch.com, as well as a bunch of other, which is good.
There's one here of like a terrible drawing. Why is this a shirt?
Well, that terrible drawing is Phoenix's favorite picture ever. And that terrible drawing is the one that Blabs did. So
Yeah, I'm a
Whoopsie.
fantastic
Sorry.
drawer, so don't
yeah,
worry.
Sorry.
it's good. That's okay. Are you tired of all the nonsense? Yeah, you are. Hit the subscribe button right here and join us.